man, oh man, am I steamed. We're going to get into the movie here in a second. Critique-Opolis is back, as always, brought to you by, Hey Honey, at heyhoney.biz. I have to get better about plugging the website. It's something I should do on the regular. It supports the website, and the website supports this. So it's just something I got to do. Oh, I didn't pick out a recipe. Maybe I'll find one while we're talking. So, Intouchables is our movie this week. Louisa picked this. Sorry, we're a couple weeks behind, just because the little lady in front of me came down with what are you sick with? You just got a cold?
Really bad cold.
That's from those damn kids.
It is.
Just had to be a teacher, didn't you? You came home that one day and was like, ugh.
And working closely with them all week to get holiday projects done.
Miss Gymnastic, can you help? Can you help pick me up? Let me cough in your mouth. Blah!
Ew, oh gosh, no. That sounds so gross.
Well, in some way they did it to you with their...
They did.
Those little bacteria
I know exactly
traps.
who did it.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh. Kids are the worst. I mean...
I was sitting at the tables with them, and they're coughing.
Oh, you didn't tell me this. Well, let's hear it.
Well, I was just sitting at the tables with them, and they're coughing, and they're like directly this way or on the sides. And I could feel it like, what's today, Saturday? So like a week ago, I had a small cough, and I remember going to work and being like, I have a small cough this morning. I hope it doesn't turn into anything else. I said, I don't want to be sick for winter break. I mean, I told my coworkers that, and they were like, okay.
You're like, they were like, bitch, you're getting sick.
Knock on some wood, and it just got worse. And I thought, because it was a Friday, I thought, oh, I'll have the weekend to, like, sort of lay low and relax and, like, you know, fight it before it gets bad. Yeah, no.
All right, so this, I'm not putting you on the spot here, but you really, just so the listeners know this, you really don't like being ill and vulnerable.
I do not.
You get emotional.
I really do not. It's really hard.
And sad and just, you can't, it's almost hard to, like, take care of you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cough.
I can't.
Along with tea and chicken noodle soup, we got to get you some Thorazine. That is on the grocery list.
You buy that at the grocery store?
I'll find it.
Okay.
So that's the level of care that I put forth for you. So, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, it's not really podcast related, but...
Doesn't matter.
What's hard for me is I can't... Is like... Shoot, I had it. I can only lay low for so long and let someone else take care of me. I can't do it. I can't be like that for a long time.
It's a thing about being
it's
vulnerable,
really
like,
hard.
because you took care of your family for, like, because you were the kind of the anchor of the house,
the
and, like,
oldest.
And that being reversed, it's
really hard, really difficult. I can do it for like a little bit, but after a while, like, and I was thinking about it like these last couple days, like, I'd be such a bad patient, because I probably am, because I cannot just like be sedentary or whatever it's called.
When you get the flu or a cold, this is typically why I think a lot of people, it takes them longer than 3 days to get over it, is because they try to power through it and they try to work through it.
Yeah.
And every doctor will tell you, I'm sure your mother included, would just say you have to rest.
Yeah.
So, like, everything on the inside underneath your skin can do the job.
Yeah.
It's doing two jobs when you're moving around using the mind, and, like, it has to just be focused on expelling this thing. Mm-hmm. And that was tough for you. Just, like...
It is.
Just lay down. Stop trying to go.
It's always tough.
Like, I got a little upset when you're like, I'm going to the Nutcracker with Mom tomorrow. I'm like, you should be laying down.
I was only gone for a couple hours.
Whatever. But
Well, I did okay. I did fine.
um,
But I will say today, on that same note,
yeah,
that I got up in the morning and I like started doing chores and stuff, and then like
should have had the maid do those.
by mid-afternoon, I don't have a maid. I am the maid. By mid-afternoon,
Way to
the
take
dog
air-
was no help. I
Way to
asked.
take the air out of my joke again. That's all right. It's a regular occurrence in this household, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't help it. I'm just a serious person.
I, on the other hand, But getting
Oh.
off the what?
I didn't finish my thought.
Yes.
So I woke up in the morning and I was like doing things around the apartment, and then all of a sudden, like this afternoon, I was like, "That's it. I'm done. I can't do anymore." And I laid down and I was like, "I'm just gonna lay down for 20 minutes." And I didn't set an alarm because I'm on vacation, so who cares? And I was out for an hour, and I was
Yep.
like, "Yep, that it like hit you, you know." Anyway, do share.
Okay, so
Thanks for listening.
nah, you're after we get this thing buttoned up, you're going to bed early tonight. So I came back to the apartment in a tizzy. We're going to get to the movie, everybody. Just relax. I have to get this off my chest because our hero, me, almost committed fucking murders today. And I've already told you, you're going to mark this as explicit content because I was hot.
It's very funny.
Oh, and usually, ladies and gentlemen, it's I can almost guarantee whenever I'm like this, it's because of some fucking jerk at the market who just has to be that guy. And what it makes this particularly upsetting to me is that I was out. We're going on vacation. My stuff was packed up. It was all in the car. And our friend, I won't call him out by name, but I'm gonna have to send him a text later. Our friend who does the candles, he comes up to me and says, "Hey, would you mind holding a spot for me?" There's parking around our market, and there is a section where you're not supposed to park because the vendors on that.
And it's clearly labeled, by the way.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I got upset by this person, and I didn't point out the sign, which is what I am upset about. But it's right there.
Yeah.
So our friend comes up to me and says, "Jay, would you mind holding a spot for me so I can get my car to load?" Because he has he puts together his booth. It's like a...
It's a construction every day.
It's a
to
construction.
take down
It's made of wood, and I'm like, "No problem. Go ahead." So he goes to get his car. While we're waiting, this guy and there's like 3 or 4 spots, but my friend, he can either pull into a regular spot or he can cover a few of them because he's adjacent to where the parking is. He is on the other side of the walkway.
Mm-hmm.
And quote unquote civilians, regular people, are not supposed to park in this section. There's multiple signs.
Mm-hmm.
But people fucking do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they cop attitude when you point and be like, "You're not supposed to park here." They're like, "Well, I'm just going in for it." And you know what the thing that really upsets me about Ann Arbor is we don't have the balls to have like a tow company come out and snatch these people, which and people would be upset and they'd be raging about it and whatever, but I don't see the point in us having market rules if customers are going to ignore the rules for parking.
Well, I feel like they do have tow companies, several of them actually, but they just don't enforce
That's the
they
thing.
should.
They're like, we're not going to, because then I'm like, you need...
That's your job.
It's your job.
That's what you're supposed to do.
You're making it harder for the vendors because getting out of there is kind of it's just a crapshoot because typically we park off site. If you're not in one of those spots, if you're adjacent to one of those spots, you still have to park in there when you're loading your van or you're loading your truck or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you have to go get, I have to go get my car that's 2 blocks off site and then bring it around and hope no one has taken the spot across from my position.
While you're gone for a
while
few
I'm
minutes,
gone.
yeah.
And so it's always this little anxious twist up thing. And I'm waiting for my buddy. And this fucking guy pulls in and starts to back into you know whose spot. And so I run up to the car and I tap on the door. I'm like, hey, this is vendor parking. We got another vendor who's coming to load up here. Would you mind? Can you park over there, please? And this guy takes this. Okay, look, I'll be the first to admit, I'm the hero of this story because I'm the one telling it. But he takes this, like, smarmy conflict resolution position, and he's like, it doesn't say vendor parking. I'm like, it says no. And, like, here's the thing. At this moment, I'm so fucking furious. I'm like, I go from 0 to 1,000. I'm like, the vendors have to load up and leave. Do the vendor a solid. Do the vendor a solid because you're a customer, but like we have to get out of here.
They're not finished yet.
We're not done yet.
Just because the
market. He's like, there's no sign for that, and I'm like, that's not the fucking point. Like there's 6 spots right down there, or 4 or whatever. Can you just go over there? And he's like, well, I don't see a vendor spot for this. And then he asked me my name, and like an idiot, he's like, what's your name? I'm like, I should have said it. This is the thing. It's like, whatever this guy clearly had, I don't know if he was a psych guy or what, but this was clearly some kind of method, asking someone their name. I know what that is. That's some kind of, I want to control the situation shit. And like, stop controlling this. Like, just do the vendors. The vendors are trying to leave. Please don't. And I think it was just because I tapped on his door. I didn't hit his window or anything. I just smacked on his door. I'm like, hey, vendors were trying to leave. You park like a few down, please. He asked me my name, and I gave him my real name. I don't know why. And he's like, are you asking me to do you a favor? And I'm like, you motherfucker. You motherfucker. You know what I'm asking you to do. It's not a favor. I'm asking you to I'm asking you to obey the rules. The rules are right there. But like I'm so upset. I don't look at the sign. The sign is right in front of me, and he doesn't see it because he's got the brow of the car over his eyesight. And he's like, "Are you asking me to do you a favor, Jay?" And I'm like,
"Oh my gosh!"
And I'm like, "Dude, you call it whatever you want, but like." And I'm at this point, I'm like, I could have you towed. But then I'm like, my friend's not here yet. I don't want to get into it. And I'm thinking, like, I'm not advocating violence, ladies and gentlemen. But at this moment, I'm thinking to myself, if this was 150 or 200 years ago, I could stab you in the eye, and this problem would be over. Like, people just didn't do this post up on one another bullshit. You see why I came home so hot?
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't a flex on me thing. This isn't doing me a favor. This is doing another person a favor.
I know, I can't believe he said that. Oh my gosh.
And so he moved. And my friend shows up, and I tell him what happened.
Yeah.
And this is why I have to message him, because he asked my name. I don't think he knew I was a vendor. But I'm like, I defended your spot, man, but this is what happened. And he felt terrible. I'm like, I don't want you to feel bad, because like, I live for that. I want to get into it, but I realized in that moment with this guy, like, I could have been capable of violence, and I didn't want to be like it's so silly that like you put your mind in this place afterwards. Like, I had to come home. What did I say when I got here? I'm like, I gotta have a drink. And I have never in my 50 years said that.
Never.
I'm like, this guy got like, and what my friend, when he got back, I told him what this guy said about, like, I don't see a sign. my friend goes, "You mean that one right there?" And I'm like, "God damn it! Why didn't I buy?" Because I didn't look around, and I'm like, the sign is right there that says no Wednesday or Saturday. Today is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, people are parked here. I'm like, those are vendors.
There's an entire parking lot.
Like, there's all that stuff over there.
There's always an entire parking lot.
Which is what, like, you know what? Oh, you know what I should do? Because this is going to happen again.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to Ray.
I knew it. Before you said it, I knew it.
I'm going to go, and you know what I'm going to do? I am going to fuck this guy up good. I'm going to take Ray to lunch. I'm going to be like, Ray, this is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if I have to grease your palms.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody does this again, we got to get a tow company on retainer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am that hot, like, I'll give him $1,000 just to be like, just to put you on speed dial, say, you know, Ray Subaru, this is the license plate, 2 minutes. Just get it. And I'll wait. When the guy comes out all hot, I'm like, I told you not to park there, dude.
I have to ask a question.
Go ahead.
I thought that at some point, at like the end of the market, somebody put up signs that said that you couldn't park there from 3 to 6 or something. What are those signs for? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, it says, like, where I load up
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Yeah.
There are 2 signs that say no parking market days Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah.
The ones that you're talking about, sometimes they put. Are you talking about those paper ones they put up?
Yeah.
Usually that's because there is an event the following day, or there's the Sunday market.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the clarification I needed. Okay.
Yeah, but there is a metal sign that's hanging.
No, yeah, you're right. No, I know.
Because, see, this is why, and I couldn't. Oh man, I'm going to talk to Ray tomorrow.
Okay.
In fact, I got to send my friend a note just to be like, this guy may reach out to the market and say I was a jerk, and I'm like, because we're going to be gone.
Yeah.
I need you to have my back on this.
Yeah, you should. I feel like you should send a message to the office people too.
Yeah, just like, I could. You know, I was like, I was out of there. The van was loaded. I was ready to leave, and I did my buddy a solid. And this guy pulls up, and I'm like, "You?" He's like, "Are you asking for a favor?" I'm like,
I cannot believe someone said that.
I'm like, "I want to put a gun in your mouth."
Oh my god!
And like, I'm not inciting violence, people, because I'm just saying this on a podcast. There is no way on God's green earth anybody listening to this hasn't been in a situation where you were thinking, "I didn't do anything."
Yeah.
I didn't, like, nothing happened. I didn't throw a punch or anything, but I'm like, 200 years ago, I could have hit you with a metal pipe and left you in the ditch. And you know what? Those kind of things would have happened less because of the threat of violence. It's like the corporal punishment goes away and people act like jerks.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, without getting in a whole dialogue about, like, whether or not it's right, you just saw less bad behavior from children, and now these children grow up to be people who
think it's all about them and they're entitled to everything.
Yeah, behave in a smarmy manner, and I'm like, all right, maybe I rushed up on the car a little too fast. I'm like, that's not, like, okay, maybe, but oh God, I wish I would have seen that sign. I don't see a sign. There's a sign right there. It's right there. But then it would have been some other, well, I don't think that all right. Well. And it'd be great about having a conversation with Ray about this. Be like, I never have to get this upset again. Because I can be like, you know what? Go ahead and park there. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I got to talk to him and be like, dude, this is like, because this has happened multiple times. And I wonder I'm sure that's under the jurisdiction of the market, but like, by that time, like, market people are gone. and these people are just acting like
Yeah.
the worst. So that's why I had to have a drink. I'm a little ashamed of it, but you understand where it comes from.
Made him feel better.
Again, not advocating alcohol use when you have a rough day, but what did I do with my glasses? Are they in my head?
No.
I gotta look for these for a second. The Intouchables. This was your pick. You start us off.
Yeah.
This was a true story.
My turn. I'm on.
You're on.
Okay.
I found my glasses. They're
Excellent.
right here. Go
I'm
ahead.
losing my headphones. Too big for my
I
little
spent
head.
20 minutes on being incensed.
Well, you got it off your chest. You told
I
everybody.
should have asked that guy his name. I don't care. I didn't ask his name. You know why? Because I didn't give a shit. Ugh.
You know what I have to say regarding the
Asking my name?
regarding him asking your name
Yeah.
is I would chalk it up to, and I'm not saying this is you, this is just me, but like after work brain. Because after work, you could ask me anything and I would give you an answer. I'm serious. I've noticed this. Like I need like, I don't know what it is, time to clear my head, or I need to get home and like take a shower and then like be like new again, kind of.
You know what Headspaces puts me in? It's like when I go to purchase anything at any store and they ask me for my phone number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I get enraged. I'm like, you don't need that.
Or do you have an account with us?
Yeah.
Would you like to start one today?
No, like when I got I had to get pictures taken for the international driver's license, and they're like, you need to punch your phone number in. I'm like, no, I don't. They're like, well, no, we just need that to assign the name. And so I gave them a phony number, and it came up with somebody else's name, and they're like, and so like I just kept punching in fake number, and it came up with all these other people. I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like being it, and they're like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, it's not a big deal to you.
Yeah.
And this is just another footprint of where I buy things. I don't like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like the fact that you think it's a big deal to me because it's not like I want to be able to just purchase a thing.
Do what you're doing.
Yep. I don't need it fucking recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, you're paying for it with a credit card. I'm like, all right, but that doesn't give CVS or Walgreens my phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need my phone number?
Right.
It's absurd. And you know what? People just... I have to, and I did it. You know what? I'm mad about that. I should have just been like 616-313-8245.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, this isn't your name. I don't care. Put my picture under his name. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Anyway, I'm done. The Intouchables. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm on a roll today.
The Intouchables. Yes, this was my movie. This is a French film that I saw, as I used to see most movies, like on a whim at the theater, because I used to see everything at the local movie theater, and I really enjoyed this movie. I mean, I just remember like watching this movie, enjoying the movie throughout the whole thing, and then when it was done, being like, you know how sometimes you see a movie and you're like, I have to tell everybody I know to see this movie. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I really do. Like, I have to tell everybody I know. And the thing is it's not like a mainstream movie, like a superhero movie or something. You know that everyone's that's gonna hit the masses, as they say, that everyone's going to go see. Go ahead.
No, we talked about this like when we read the workup on it, that it's not that the budget was huge, but the box office was immense. And I barely knew. I saw the poster because it was a nice poster of a aristocratic-looking white Frenchman and a black handsome guy behind him in kind of a hoodie. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm wondering what this relation. It made you wonder what the relationship was, and the name. I remember the name Intouchables. Mm-hmm. but I had no idea that it made that much money.
And I really didn't either, actually, to be quite honest. I mean,
it did like, 200 some million?
A crazy amount. And the thing is, I think that's also really interesting is it was a huge success in France, but then it spawned like all these other movie versions of the same idea in different countries. And that like blew my mind because yes, I know we have like an American version or whatever, but like all these different countries like quote I would say like lined up to make their own version. And like
there was like 5 or 6 countries that made their own.
And I can't tell you when I've ever heard about that before. I will say this one is the best, but
2011 stands as one of the most significant commercial achievements in the history of French cinema, characterized by a staggering return on investment and a global resonance that transcended cultural and linguistic barriers. Produced for only €9.5 million, returned double what I thought.
Wow.
426.6 to 444.7 million. That is a awesome turnaround.
The other thing is, I think this is the kind of movie that I could see people going to see multiple times. Like, I just went one time, but that's because, like, I don't know, I have a busy life and I can only fit in the movies in the evening. But, I mean, I would have seen this, more than once, for sure.
It didn't have a ton, like, any of the, I shouldn't say about all French movies, but this one, like, the points of tension in it, they didn't linger on them. They just kind of, they skipped across it. Like
they really did.
This is something like Driss. Actually, we should probably back up a little and just give the synopsis. I'm going to let you do that. I was just going to say that Driss, the caretaker of the French aristocrat, he has kind of a rough home life, unemployed for the most part, probably dabbled in like petty crime, but they give you a glimpse into that. They don't spend a ton of time focusing on how rough and potentially miserable his life is, but go ahead with the synopsis.
Okay, so this film is inspired by the true story of a wealthy quadriplegic. I don't speak French. Phillippe?
Yeah.
And his caretaker, Abdel. So you? But those are the thank you. Those are the real names of the people that inspired this movie. And in the movie, the character of
Driss.
The caretaker, Driss, he's supposed to be a Senegalese immigrant, and he is taking care of. He applies to take care of this super wealthy. I mean, for the sake of the movie, white man who lives in this like amazing, like he lives this life that like none of us could ever even dream of. It's insane to me. And then I would say on top of it, he happens to be a quadriplegic and he can't do anything for himself.
He has a staff.
He has a staff, and Driss is hired to help him with all of his daily everythings in life. And like when I say everything, I mean everything. This guy does nothing for himself. I mean, he can talk and he has a personality. So Driss's character sort of applies for this job on a whim. He needs a job.
It's kind of like unemployment. He has to get a signature he applied for a job so he can get his unemployment benefit.
Yeah, and I don't think that he thought it was going to go somewhere. I think he thought, I'm going to get this signature and I'm going to be good to go. And it turns into way more than that.
It turns into way more than that because Phillippe, I'm just going to say Phillippe. I'm sure it's Philippe, but Phillippe is taken by Driss, and that Driss is from the street, and he has sort of a no-pity approach to this person.
Yeah,
in
very
chair.
important. Thanks for bringing that up.
He's not derisive.
No.
He's just like, he talks to Phillippe like you're any other schmuck. Mm-hmm. And Phillippe loves that. Mm-hmm. Because he has money and he's catered to A, because he has money, and B, because he can't do anything for himself. And Driss
He relies solely on someone else, other people, for everything.
And Driss, like, it's what was funny to me is he kind of took to this job like a duck to water, but there are parts of it that he was like, I'm not, like, there are some sanitation things he had to take care of for a quadriplegic that he was like, oh.
Yeah.
But you can tell that as the movie goes along, that just becomes like I don't even care about that. It becomes this, he develops this, I guess what was surprising was that in 2 hours it was clear that he transcended friendship, and by the end of the movie, he really gives a shit about this person. Mm-hmm. He's they have to part ways for a little bit, but he has a total devotion to helping him or being part of it or assisting in his day-to-day. And it would be so easy for this to be a story where Driss's character from the streets, not a lot of money, kind of in poverty, takes advantage of this guy. And he did a little bit. He stole something from him at the beginning, and Phillippe was like, that was really important to me. Mm-hmm. My wife gave it to me. She is now dead. Please return. And he does. And that's not really giving away any of the movie, but I think it speaks to like a human level how it doesn't really matter where that Driss came from poverty. He had the character to like see past the wealth. He was impressed by the wealth, but his relationship with Phillippe very quickly became the most important thing. Especially like when he saw him hyperventilating and having a panic attack. Mm-hmm. Like he took to assisting him like a duck to water, mm-hmm. which was, I think it was kind of at that moment that it kind of solidified their bond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But again, didn't mean to take. You're still running the show. Go ahead.
No, I mean I don't.
Didn't mean to throw you back into it. Trying to think of what other components of.
Well, so I think that it's kind of important to know in the movie that Driss's character is given a room at this guy's house. So that he can live there and take care of this guy because he's taking care of him 24/7.
Yeah.
He has like a baby monitor almost.
Yeah.
To listen to make sure everything's okay at night. But then also, Driss's character, he of course has a life outside of
the job.
His job. Yeah, thank you. And his life is sort of complicated. It's not just like a quote 9 to 5 job where you wake up in the morning and you do what you need to do and then you're done at 5 o'clock and you go home, so to speak. He's almost
like a butler.
Yeah, he has his family and his family struggles and he's trying to help them out. He's I think it's not quite his biological family, right? But it's his family. It's the only family he has, and he's very attached to them. And
he has kind of a contentious relationship with his mom because he hasn't really. I think he's had run-ins with the law, and she works real hard to keep like a bunch of roof over a bunch of kids' heads, and like it just gets to a point where she's like, "Hey, you're not contributing. You got to get out."
Yeah, and I can't have this anymore, and it's like really hard for her to do that and say that, but she knows that that's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And so I think for most of the movie, I always think this is kind of interesting when, like a character like that keeps their like private or personal life out of their work life, but then I would say eventually, slowly, his personal life creeps into his work life job because I think one of his brothers, quote, siblings, comes to visit him at the place he's working, and, well, things go from there.
Yeah, it wasn't like it could have gone a couple of different ways, but the kid brother or cousin or whatever shows up and he's like, "You've been keeping this a secret," and it's almost like just he does kind of smack him around a bit, but he's like, "Don't get any ideas."
Yeah. This is my job. This has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, it's not.
Don't come here and think.
You're not gonna mess this up. And the actual person that Driss is based on, I believe he was Algerian.
That sounds about right, yeah.
So apparently they are still, I believe they're both still alive and they're still very close. I don't know if he's still working for him, but
I want to say he's not working for him, but they did have a very close relate.
Yeah, he has kids of his own now. Remember that?
Yeah. Actually, speaking of the story that the movie is based on, I listened to our podcast that Notebook LM made a couple of times because the beginning of it, because I wanted to see if I could find the documentary that was made about the two characters in real life, which I couldn't find it. I tried really hard, but I think that would be really interesting to watch. Do you know what I'm talking about? So before the movie, there was, I understood, a documentary that was made about these two people and their relationship and their whole the differences and things that brought them together, and and then they made this movie, and I just thought that was really interesting because you see a Hollywood you see a movie and
Notebook
you think
did touch on that.
Yeah, and I tried so hard to find it.
I like how that some of the color that they added to this relationship, like Driss had a thing for Kool and the Gang and Earth, Wind and Fire.
He did.
Yeah, and as someone who was born in the 70s, like seeing that show up in a French movie, it's just kind of, it's just nice. It's just nice to see like a callback to like previous medium. The real life personnel, Phillippe Pozo de Borgo and Abdel Salou. So let's see here. Before filming, they wanted to ensure that they captured the right comedy drama tone, and the filmmakers, it was a duo directing team. Personally, I think they hit the note right on the head. I wouldn't call it overly heavy.
No.
And it wasn't overly funny. It was a very smooth blend.
Yes, agreed.
But I still can't. I'm going to feel stupid about this. I don't understand the name of the movie.
I know, and we've discussed this before, and I don't recall reading anything about it, but I think of...
Like you have to accentuate the word in Intouchables so people don't think it's the Untouchables.
I remember when this movie came out telling people that I was going to see it, and myself...
Do you like Kevin Costner? I'm like, not in.
Yeah, Yeah, having to explain it, and I really couldn't explain it because I didn't know anything about it, But yeah, interesting title. There's got to be some kind of...
I don't feel that bad that I don't know what it is, seeing as how you don't know either, but... The U.S. version was made with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston, I believe.
Yeah.
What was that one called?
The Upside.
Oh, okay. All right. That'd be interesting to see that. I don't typically go for Kevin Hart.
Yeah, no.
But Bryan Cranston's he's a good actor. And no shade to Kevin Hart. It's just he's not one of my preferred comedians, but. I would like to see how a movie like this translates when it's made by another culture. So maybe down the line we'll take it. I don't know that we'd do a podcast on that.
It'd just be something we would watch to just see what it was like.
But I think you'd probably agree with me on this. Is like once you see the original material, like everything else is kind of like, it's almost like most sequels are like, okay, fine. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't like if you get really blown away by a movie, and then you see it remade, you're like, oh god. So,
Well, it's exactly how I felt with the girl with the dragon tattoo movies. So
you like the original one, or you like the one with Daniel Craig?
I like the original ones.
You liked it more than the Daniel Craig one?
I can't even tell you. I absolutely love the are they Swedish?
Swedish, or I don't know. And no offense, Europe, but once you get outside Germany, all that stuff in there, it all bleeds together. Swedish, Swiss, Luxembourg, I don't know. Or
Excuse me.
I know in the one with Daniel Craig, isn't it in Norway?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of it.
But no, I mean,
a lot of the northern Norse countries.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not to go off, but
did you see it? Did you see them both?
No. I saw all three of the
you never saw it? Wait
ones from overseas.
Okay, so you never saw the Daniel Craig
No,
one?
I refuse to. I won't.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because.
It's good.
But
it's
I
good.
can't.
All right.
That's what I need someone... That's what I need someone to tell me.
Actually, I'll tell you
That's really
what,
interesting.
But they were never able to drink your tea.
Okay.
That's part. I mean, like I'll talk for a bit while you drink your tea. Like I'll watch the original ones that you saw 1st, but they never made more of the Daniel Craig ones. I think because, like, it did fine, but I don't think it did enough box office to warrant a sequel. And I think it was kind of hard to get the two principals back together. But in any event, we don't know why it's called The Intouchables. I'm sure if there's anyone listening to this who has seen it before, it's like, oh, well, the reason for that is obvious. All right, fine, maybe. It missed me. And
missed me too.
Creative Vision, comedy drama. Francois Cluzet and Omar Sy were the principals. Mm-hmm. Playing Phillippe was Francois Cluzet.
They were both so good. Oh my gosh!
So I didn't
Don't you
know,
think they're really great?
I liked Omar Sy a lot, and apparently he's a big deal in France.
Yes, I discovered another movie that I want to watch. If we don't want to watch it together, that's fine. But I want to watch The French Lover.
I'm sure you do. Sy was cast even before the script was completed, which, wow. A pat on the back that must have been.
I know they wrote the movie, the part
with him in mind. Oh,
yeah.
That's nice. Which led to the directors to change the character's ethnicity from Algerian to Senegalese to match Sy's background. For this performance, Sy became the first French African actor to win the César Award for Best Actor, notably defeating Academy Award winner Jean Dujardin. Say it louder, because I don't know who it is.
No, I'm just repeating it because I'm not looking at it written down, so I'm just wondering if I know who that is.
Sy drew on his own experiences growing up in the projects to inform his portrayal of Driss. Francois Cluzet, legendary French actor Cluzet, was also nominated for the César for Best Actor for his role as the wealthy quadriplegic. César, for those of you who don't know, is like the French Oscar. He is credited...
And we're not French, so we're not saying it correctly, because I think it's César.
César. Okay, and... All right. Tomato.
French Oscar.
The French are like rolling over right now. How dare you?
I'm so sorry to my French friends.
He's credited for Sy for providing immense confidence on set. He is credited by Sy for providing immense confidence on set. On the first day of filming, Cluzet told Sy, "I will act for you. You act for me," which helped Sy overcome his nerves. Duo's report was highly praised. That's always great when you hear that, like, people have chemistry on film and you find out behind the scenes that they either when they don't and you can see it, or if they don't have chemistry and they can act through it. That's amazing. Like when you're like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you guys just seem so great. You know who's a great example of that? Your boy, George Clooney and Brad Pitt. They are friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just dynamite on screen together. Well, the Ocean's movie, you believe that these guys are buddies. More tea.
It's not hot. It's not helping.
Oh, you want me to hit pause and I'll heat it up for you?
No, I'll
We'll
do
do
stuff after this one.
So I'm trying to think if there's no example is coming to mind of a couple of actors who didn't like each other but worked through it really well. I think you probably see more of that with romantic or with male to female cast pairings.
Yeah.
Like when you hear that, like, and now no one wants to use anybody's name.
Right.
But like back in the 80s, it'd be like, I fucking hated that guy. His breath smelled like he was too handsy. He was whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you can't tell when you see the movie. Like you find out about it later.
Later,
like,
yeah.
Oh my god, I never would have known.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Well, it made $1 bazillion. I think we try not to talk crap about any movie we see. We try to find what you can get out of it, like what the positive extracts are from anything that we see. And this was I think a lot of people would like to believe that someone from a rough background can be put in that position and rise to the occasion.
Mm-hmm.
Like so often we hear in the media that the media loves to piss on poor immigrants and just say how they're all thieves and rapists and horrible people.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just see a story that was crafted from a real life experience of someone who had all the money in the world but didn't have and had his faculties but didn't have the ability to take care of himself in any way. He was a prisoner of his own, not just his wealth. He had all the things that anybody could want except for the basic things, like mobility and movement. And the person who is least likely to be able to function as his legs and as his arms is somebody who doesn't have a pedigree. It's someone who doesn't come from that world, someone who doesn't kiss his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when he first got hired, there were all those people in front of him who had resumes and were all buttoned up in suits, and Phillippe met all these people, and he's like, ugh, God, get him out.
Mm-hmm.
And Driss goes into that impromptu interview wearing jeans and a hoodie and talking a lot of smack and hitting on the assistant, and somebody in Philippe's situation was like, this is exactly what I need.
Mm-hmm.
It's enjoyable as a viewer to watch that, be like, you can find the things that you're looking for in places where you really don't expect. You don't expect them to come from there.
Yeah.
And he has a lifelong friend from somebody who's not even remotely in his sphere of influence.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was nice too to like piggyback on that. They both really needed each other, but maybe it wasn't as apparent to Driss as how much he needed his, what would you call him? His like client, not his client.
Not his ward, but like his, what would Phillippe be to Driss?
Yeah.
His employer, his...
Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I just couldn't think. Okay, yeah. And I mean, again, I've said it a few times, but like in the beginning of the movie, we see how much the Frenchman needs someone to take care of him. Again, like you said, he has a staff at his house, to do absolutely everything for him, because there's nothing he can do for him. There's not a lot he can do for himself. But throughout the rest of the movie, there are times when you see how much Driss really needs him too. Like I'm thinking like
And not even in the money isn't even touched on.
no, not in a money kind of a way. Just like as a friend and a confidant and like a friend, someone to bond with.
Yeah, he gives him kind of a almost a mentor type, or like I don't want to say aura, but this is a person who's operated at a higher level than Driss would have access to.
Mm-hmm.
So he can. I'm trying to think of what is a good, like what scene was a good example of this. Did you have one in mind?
I did, yeah.
Go ahead.
The skydiving scene was
Yeah.
what I was thinking
Oh,
about.
the paraglider.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
Just
Because
to have a certain experience.
to me, yeah, exactly, to have an experience that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
Which is
But
how
I mean, I guess I don't want to talk about it too much because it gives it away. But just like the cards, the tables, whatever you want to say, are turned.
Mhm.
I forget what his name is, but
Phillippe.
Phillippe. Yep, thank you.
This is how he was injured and how he became a quadriplegic, at least in the movie.
And he takes Driss on this adventure,
Mhm.
and it's something that he would have never experienced
Never in a
before,
million years.
and he feels a certain way about it, but it still gets.
He feels
Quote,
one way at
done.
the beginning and then one way at the end.
I just
Yeah.
really like that scene. I just thought it was really funny. It was really great.
It's always interesting when you watch somebody have a transformation when they're like up front, they're like, I'm not doing that.
No way.
And then they're like, after they have the experience, like, this
Oh.
is amazing.
Yeah.
And
And
we
then-
kind of give it away, but it's still, it doesn't take the place of seeing it and seeing how someone, when you watch someone's transformation, like that feels good.
And the opera scene really cracked me up too.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the big pulls that why I wanted to watch this movie is because when I saw this movie in the movie theater, I was laughing so hard. I remember I was crying because Phillippe takes Driss to the opera because he has like regular tickets and it's something that he does.
Mhm.
And so, his caretaker helps take him to the opera. And I mean, Driss has never been to the opera before, and he like can't believe, he thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah, he's like,
he thinks it's absolutely funny. How could this be serious? And then he's like, how much longer is this show? And
Like 3 hours?
he's like,
It's
we're gonna
like-
be here for like forever, like 4 hours. And he's like, you've got to be kidding me. I don't know how he would have made it through, but
It's like,
anyway,
no wonder you're
that
in
was
this
one of my
chair.
most favorite moments of this movie. That will stick with me for my entire life.
You could tell Driss was looking at him and like, are you sure you're not in this chair because you watch this stuff every week?
It was so funny. So funny.
A worthwhile watch, but yeah, try the French version.
Definitely watch the French version.
We have to get you a spot of tea
Hot, yeah. Please.
and
Maybe a cough drop.
Yeah, we have another one to do here. So, and I know I told you I'd find a recipe, but yet again I didn't do it. Still brought to you by HeyHoney.biz. I'll dig one up for the next time. We'll talk to you soon. Oh my
Excuse
God,
me.
you sound terrible.
It's because I was talking a lot.